Hello book lovelies, I hope you guys are having a beautiful, beautiful day. Today's video is a little extra special, and that is because my new poetry collection, Nourish Your Temple, Self-Love and Care Poetry, just released this week. And so I wanted to talk to you guys about the book and give some thank yous and just kind of dive right into what Nourish Your Temple is and what it means to me. So Nourish Your Temple is a poetry collection / journal that basically allows the reader to be a co-author in their self-love and care journey. So the book is divided into 3 sections, which are mind, body, and soul, and it's a very spiritual, self-love developing, self-care seeking kind of poetry collection. The poems themselves are written really simplistically so that it can reach a wider audience and so that it can just be more easily to relate to. I think that self-love and self-care are such important things to have and to really prioritize, and so that's kind of why I wrote this book, because I feel like we all need a little extra self-love and self-care sometimes, and you can do that with this. You can see here inside that each poem has a blank page next to it with a little prompt at the top. The prompt is just supposed to be something to guide you to write and to develop your self-love and self-care, or you can just skip the prompt and just write whatever or doodle whatever you feel. In the letter to the reader, it does mention that you're more than welcome to do whatever you want with this free space. You are the co-author of this book. Now, fun fact for those of you guys that don't know, this is actually the 2nd edition of this book. This is the 1st edition, which I self-published, and it was originally called Nourish Your Temple, Embrace Your Glow, Sacred Self-Care Through Poetry, which I know is a mouthful now. I did feel that some of the poems were lacking in development. Not every poem had a prompt with it, and there were just some things in here that I really wish I could have redone, and I'm so grateful that I got the opportunity through Indie Earth Publishing, for whom I'm the editor-in-chief of, so I will say that there was bias there, to republish Nourish Your Temple, Self-Love and Care Poetry, in its 2nd edition, and just make it all the more better. First of all, I love this cover, and it just has a different feel to it. It's finally where I wanted it to be all along, and I'm just so grateful that I had the opportunity to say that I am officially a published author. I've been self-publishing my books since 2021. I have 3 books out now, including this one. And even though my bestseller is my first book, which is called Perspective and Other Poems, I have a lot of faith and high hopes that I know that this book will get into the right hands and reach the right people. My 2nd poetry collection, which is called The Language of Fungi and Flowers, is a very niche poetry collection that kind of acts as a guide to learning about and understanding mushrooms and flowers. It was the 2nd poetry collection that I came out with, and I did all the illustrations by myself. It's kind of like a guidebook or a field guide, and I absolutely love it, but I know that it's very niche, and that's okay. I think that having very niche books is a good thing because it allows for your books to reach specific audiences that are just looking for what you have released and written. So coming back to Nourish Your Temple, I'm so happy and ecstatic that this book is finally out. It's so cool to see a publisher's logo on the back of your book, as well as to see all the praise in here. It's something that I'm so entirely grateful for. I do feel that there are a lot of poems in here that do speak to the feminine, but I just want to state that this book is not just for women. If you are absolutely anyone, if you have a soul, if you are a human being and you feel that you need a little bit of self-love and self-care, I do recommend you pick up this book. It's not just for women, although there are poems that are in fact dedicated to and written for women, because I am a woman myself. But I just wanted to point that out really quick. I'm just so grateful for all the wonderful women that helped me to bring this book to where I wanted it to be. This book would not be here without them, so I wanted to give a really big thank you. So I'm actually going to share a poem from each section so you guys can get a little sneak peek, I guess, of what's inside the book. So let's just get started. So the mind section of the book is really just developing self-care and self-love for your mind. So that means your thoughts and what you decide to focus on that kind of also has to do with your ways of thinking. So the poem that I'm going to share with you guys is also the first poem in the book, and it is called Burning Bowl Ritual. Fire, a destroyer, a relief of what once was and no longer serves, a starting anew, releasing the old whose purpose has been accomplished. Let us burn and rise like a phoenix does in the night sky. Let us burn and rise like a phoenix does time after time. Then moving on to body, which are really just poems that are meant to help you to get in tune with your body and get your body moving and just do things that are ultimately healthy and good for your body, which ultimately leads back to being healthy for your mind and your soul. So I decided that I'm going to read the poem, which is the title of the book, and this poem is called Nourish Your Temple. The universe has conspired in such a way with all of the cosmos to create you. So please don't see yourself as anything other than beautiful, deserving, and absolutely magical. The chances alone of being alive, traveling through time and space on a blue-green, gorgeous floating rock, spinning roughly at 1,000 miles per hour, should be enough to keep you grateful and giddy at just the thought of being human. Flaws, experiences, and all. You are the universe, one and the same. Lastly, we have the soul section of the book, and this section is very much about getting in tune with your intuition and getting in tune with who you are and what you have in your soul. There is one particular poem in here that I absolutely love, and it's called Look for Fairies. If you look closely, you're bound to meet a fairy. You'll hear her in a compliment, the way a butterfly flutters in the breeze, the daylight moon, and the whispers of the trees. You'll find fairies in the breaths of an I love you, in the smile of a loved one, in the flowers on the ground or in a gifted bouquet, in the food you eat, in the water you drink, in the music that just makes you sway. Fairies are everywhere, magic in disguise. And if you look closely, you can find magic everywhere by opening your eyes. So I hope that that was a nice little sneak peek for you guys of what is inside Nourish Your Temple. I am absolutely so grateful for this book to be out. I'm so giddy, and I hope that you guys will check it out. I do not have signed copies yet available on my website, but they will be coming soon, and you can purchase it anywhere books are sold. So Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Book Depository. It is $11.11. $11.11 in USD. I hope that you guys will take a little interest in Nourish Your Temple. There is a Goodreads giveaway happening in case you are a Goodreads user. That ends on June 20th. And if you guys are interested in entering, I'll leave the link below. I'll as well leave the link for Nourish Your Temple on Amazon and Barnes & Noble, as well as the link to my website in case you guys are interested in some oracle cards. And yeah, I know that this video is very different from what I normally intend to post on this channel, but I was just so excited that I just wanted to share with you guys that my first published, not self-published, and third poetry book baby is out. And I'm so grateful, and I hope that you guys will check it out. I hope that you guys have a beautiful rest of your Friday, a beautiful weekend, whatever day of the week it is when you're watching this video. Thank you guys so much for your support. Please give this video a like if you liked it and subscribe to my channel for more content. Thank you guys so much and have a great day.